So the book that I read last week is called, what is it called? The Millionaire Fastlane. Very, very interesting book. I recommend it highly, by MJ DeMarco. He is a little bit different on his approach. I really read other books that he refers to here. They have more of a traditional approach, save 15%, retire, invest in the stock market, retire at 65 with a nest egg, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He really has a more fast, obviously the name of the book, a faster approach, which means he really goes for, you have to aim, if you want to make money, that's his idea. You have to aim for making a lot of money in a short amount of time. And then hopefully if you make that chunk will make you much more money over the next 3 years. But if you're trying to work a 9-to-5 job that you get paid whatever, half goes to taxes, and then by the time you actually save something and wait 30 years until it appreciates the investments. So he definitely has a different approach, very eye-opening. I love reading this book. Definitely changed a lot of things in my mind, the way I look at business. And I want to share with you shortly in a few lines his basic philosophy, I would say. And hopefully I'll also write blog post about it that you can refer to it later on. Okay, so his approach is I don't know if it's called philosophy. He calls it 5 commandments, the 5 fast lane commandments. So the commandment of control. So he really talks about when you make a business, you have to have the control. You are the driver. His whole book is very full of analogies and comparisons. And it's actually the first time that I actually laughed at a book about business and money. He's just hilarious, this guy. So the commandment of control means you have to have the control of your business. If someone else has the control of your business, you have much less opportunity to make money, to be, the one that is actually, you're going to be working very, very hard in the beginning because you have all the control, but you have, a lot to gain because you decide, you have a lot of, authority and you can really take charge of your business. The other one is the second commandment is the commandment of entry. So he says something interesting. He says, any business, service, anything that you offer that is very easy, that anybody can offer, when the entry level is really low, you can have a lot of competition because it's very easy for people to get into that business. So you're gonna have a lot of competition. You're gonna have a harder time standing out and making more money. You have to look for something that the entry level is higher, more difficult. You have less competition up there. So if it's a specific skill that you have, a talent, something else that you can offer that nobody wants to do. For example, there's a lot of jobs or companies, let's say that, I think he gives an example of cleaning garbage or something, It's not fancy, it's nothing, but it's something that people don't want to do it, so you can charge a lot for it. So that's the second commandment of entry. The third commandment, also very interesting, commandment of need. So a lot of times, and myself included, I think I definitely fell into this trap. You think, oh, I want to start a business, right? What I'm good at, what do I love to do? Oh, I love to knit. I don't know how to knit, but let's say. So, okay, I'm going to make a business because I love to knit. The thing is, what's going to happen is if you don't have enough, if it's not growing, if it's not selling, you're going to stop loving to knit. It's going to become a stress. Or depends where your goal is. If your goal is you don't really care about making money, you just want to share your craft, that's different, But depends on what you love. If either what's going to happen is it's not something that people need and you love to do something but people don't actually buy it because they don't need, or you're going to stop loving that thing as much and putting less time and effort into it. So what he says is look for what's needed. I have a hard time with that because I cannot invest time and energy on something that I don't like, but I have to find, I guess, the common ground between, something that I'm passionate about, but still that is needed in the world. That's the only way you're going to be able to make money, is to solve somebody's problem, to help someone, to give someone something that they need. So that's commandment number 3. Commandment number 4, it's really my dream. It's the commandment of time. So time really is our most precious resource. It's something that you're never going to get back. The second this second right now, that's it, it's gone. You're never getting it back. So really, his idea of a business is it's a business that's not going to make you a slave to the business. It's a business that's going to make you create for you free time. So it has to be a business. You have to have the intention when you build a business that it's going to either, you're going to delegate to other people or some business online that even while you sleep, there's people can go online and still buy your product, whatever it is. That's something that you're going to put a lot of work in advance. Doesn't mean that it's poof, a whole business is going to be created, but it's a business that you're not going to be a slave to the business, that you have to be there every day, 9 to 5, 9 to 8, 9 to 10. A lot of business, you have to be there, especially in the beginning when you can really delegate to other people. So really to think about business ideas that you're not going to be the one there 24/7. If you're not there, the business is not running. Something that is going to run even if you're not there. That way you're going to have much more time in your life to do things that you love, to create other opportunities, etc. The fifth commandment, and did I say that this is like it's sense? So control is C, entry is E, N is need, time is T, and S, the last S for scale. So really, really important. So this is something also that I really have to have in mind. You have to think of something that you can scale. If it's something, either scale, it talks about scaling in two ways. Either something that you can sell 1 million of, or something that you can help 1 million people. So large amounts of people, or large amounts of items that you can help a lot of people at the same time. So that's a way to scale your business. You're going to make more money. Or in magnitude, it could be that you help 10 people, 100 people, but you really change their life upside down, build a building, I don't know, whatever it is, like big things. So it's going to be a scale in magnitude that's how you make money, having large impact, less amount of impacts but larger impacts, or smaller things, smaller impacts, but to a large amount of people. So that's his framework. I found it very interesting. I hope you found it too. I highly recommend this book. It is going to be a good read. It's enjoyable, it's funny, and lots of good advice, lots of good examples. And I hope you check out this book. I hope you stick around with me, subscribe, follow, and I'd love to hear back from you. Take care.